Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Dela Yulianti, and today I'm going to tell you about how discovery learning can be applied in learning activity, especially for personality context in junior high school for 7th grade. So let's get started. The first thing that we have to do is determining teaching tools and teaching materials related to the topic that we're going to discuss with our student in classroom. So in this lesson plan, I need the tools like PowerPoint, laptop, whiteboard, and then bookmarker. And then for materials, I need one text about personality context, titled My First Experience, and then worksheet, and also dictionary. So now let's move on to the next slide. It's about core activity, I mean the step. As we know that in discovery learning, there are 5 steps in realizing how discovery learning is. The first is stimulation, and then after stimulation, we have problem statement. After problem statement, we have data collection, data processing, verification, and generalization. Well, before I explain about the first step, I'm going to show you the text that I will use in this learning activity. The title is My First Experience. I will try to read. My first experience. At that time, I was 17 years old. I asked my father to give me a gift, which is a motorcycle. However, my wish was rejected by my father because I was still an adult. Then I asked my father to teach me to ride a motorcycle. Initially, my father refused my request and I promised to teach me next year. But I sulked. Finally, my father taught me to ride a motorcycle in a field near the house. Father gave me instructions on how to drive it. First, my father led me from behind and I was riding on my father. Over time, I want to try it myself. I was happy and proud to be riding a motorcycle. A few days later, I tried to ride a motorcycle on the narrow street of my house. I was nervous when there was another motorcycle in front of me. Unexpectedly, my motorcycle hit the wall, which made me fall from the motorbike. I was afraid of being scolded when I got home. But the reality, my father was very proud of me. I was also give advice to be more calm in driving. That's the text. So now I'm going to explain the first step, that is stimulation. In this step, the teacher divided the students into 7 groups, and every group have a worksheet that provide a text. The title is My First Experience, and then every member of group have to read and understand what the text talk about. And then in the worksheet, there are 5 questions related to the topic, related to the text, about how we understand the text. The first question is the text about mainly discuss about. And then the second one, what did the writer ask from her father? And then the third one, why her father didn't give the writer a motorcycle? And then the next question is what happened to the writer after trying to ride the motorcycle by herself? And then the last question is what was the writer feeling after going home? The second step is problem statement. In this step, teacher try to encourage students to ask about the language features and also the social function of the text, what they're feeling after read the text and so on and so on. The next step is data collection. In this step, the student will have a new activity, a new worksheet. Every group have to identify, have to find some unknown words from the text to analyze the words, the meaning of words, and then part of speech. After student found some unknown words based on the text that the student have to read, and now we have the next step, that is data processing. Every group have to classify the words that they found from the text into part of speech, like from one, from two, from three, and the noun, adjective, and adverb. So here is the example of the worksheet that I will use in this activity. The first is about unknown words, and then meaning, verb 1, 2, 3, present, past, and then participle. And the noun, adverb, and adjective. So if the student found the word, for example, gave, the meaning is memberi, and then gave is verb 2. It means gave is used for past tense. So the next tab is verification. In this tab, every group present the result of word classification, and then every group have to give the feedback and then suggestion and so on to other group. Like they confirm the finding of other group and so on. Beside verification, we have the last tab is generalization. In this tab, of course, we have to make a conclusion about the characteristic of personality context and then social function and so on. For example, the context use past tense and then tell about the experience, someone experience and so on. So from that activity, I think the student will understand something by using high order thinking skills because we use discovery learning model. I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.